have to use DVR. Inside this DVR, there is a hard disk. In this hard disk, whole data is stored. Now to connect this camera with DVR, we have to use a cable. This cable looks like, if in your cable connectors are not connected, then you have to use connectors separately. Now this connector here, we call this as BNC connector. Through this connector, footage of CCTV camera is connected with DVR. And along with this, to provide power supply to CCTV camera also, we use this connector. So I have two CCTV camera here. So I am using two different cables here. Now inside this cable, you will get total 4 wires. Among these 4 wires, you will find a wire completely different from other 3 wires. These wires will be same as the wires we use in our home, but only one wire will be completely different. This completely different wire is used to transfer footage of CCTV camera to DVR. So what we will do, take this different wire and connect with male connector. You can see here, along with CCTV camera, there are 2 connectors. Among these 2, this connector here, this connector is here to provide output of CCTV footage. So with this connector, I connected this wire. Now take other end of this wire, and in this DVR, at the backside of DVR you will find video in terminal. With this pin you have to connect this wire. I am doing connection here directly, but you have to connect BNC connector here. Along with this wire also you have to connect BNC connector. Similarly, the most different wire of this cable here, take this wire and with this connector connect this wire. Now take other end of wire and at the backside of DVR with video in pin, connect this wire with this pin. So footage we will get from CCTV camera, we connected this with DVR. Now to operate this camera, we have to provide power supply also. We need to provide 12 volt DC power supply to this camera. To provide DC power supply to this, we use a SMPS. If you want, you can use an adapter also, through which you will get 12 volt DC power supply in output. Right now I am explaining you through SMPS only. Work of this SMPS is to convert AC power supply into DC power supply. So we have to do connection of SMPS with AC power supply. For connection, there is a cable in SMPS. Take this cable and connect with switchboard directly. If you connect 230 volt AC power supply with this, then in this condition, output terminal of this SMPS, these 3 terminals, you will get 12 volt DC power supply on these terminals. Now here what you have to do, in this cable there are remaining 3 wires. Among these 3, you have to use any 2 wires to provide DC power supply to camera. So what we will do, I am taking red wire of this cable and in this SMPS with positive terminal I am connecting this wire. After this, take black wire of this cable and connect it with negative terminal. You can see here how I did connections here. Now take output of these 2 wires and in this camera with connector here with which we have to connect DC power supply, with this pin connect these 2 wires. Here also we have to use this type of connector for doing connections. Right now I am doing connections directly to show you. Similarly to this camera also connect power supply. For this what we will do, take red wire of this cable and with positive terminal of SMPS connect this wire. After this, take black wire of this cable and in this SMPS with negative terminal connect this wire. Now take other 2 ends of these wires and connect with connector where we have to provide DC power supply to CC.